Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be showcasing Eisen versus Shadow Monarch. A lot of people think Eisen is actually better than Shadow Monarch, and we're going to test that today. And I'm on my friend's account today because I actually don't have Divine on Eisen. So, first off, let's go ahead and go into character testing. Alright, we're in character testing. So, Eisen's first ability is called Shatter. And the damage is pretty awesome. The damage is 3.2 million. That's if I hit all crits. If I don't, it'll probably be somewhere around 2 million. His second ability is called Despair. And the damage is pretty wacky on this. And the damage with all crits is 7.2 million, which is some pretty amazing damage. Next up, we have his third ability called Edge of Reason. Okay, I had to confirm how much damage it does. This ability does 8.6 million damage with full crits. Without full crits, it'll probably do around 5 to 6 million. That's what's still a few crits though. Next up, we got his fourth ability. I don't know how to pronounce it, but here we go. And you'll always get full crits on it because it gives you 100% crit chance. And this ability does 17 million damage. But it also gives you 100% crit chance. And what I forgot to mention about his 3 is when you use it, you actually get to use his 1 4 times. So let's go over that damage real quick. His first ability did 3 million damage with all crits. His second ability did 7 million damage with all crits. His third ability did 8.6 million damage with all crits. And his final ability did 170 million damage with, or not 170 million, 17 million damage with all crits. Plus his 4 gives you 100% crit chance, and his 1 lets you use, or his 3 lets you use his 1 4 different times. So those are just two of those are just some broken skills. So yeah, overall, I'd say that character is around S minus or A plus. But next up we have Shadow Monarch. Shadow Monarch's first ability gives you a dash. Shadow Monarch's first ability does 15 million damage. That, now that I think about it, that puts Eisen at like A minus. So 15 million damage for Shadow Monarch's one with all crits. Now his next ability is called Ruler Authority. So for some reason, every now and then he'll hit for 1 million instead of 500,000. So I can't really find out the actual damage, but it's somewhere with all crits. It's somewhere around 6 million to like 15 million. So I wouldn't say it's as good as his one. I mean, yeah, it has good AoE, but it's not really a dash move, and it's a little bit slower. Actually, not just a little bit slower. It's like way slower. Next up, we got Shadow Monarch's 3. So in total, his 3 with all crits does around 9 million. But his 3 allows you to use his 1 4 different times, which means you can get around 50 million damage with this. Now, time for his 4. I can't tell the damage of this ability because of how many different times it hits with many different damages. But I'm pretty sure it does around 20 to 30 million. So at least 15 million and at most 30 million. So let's go ahead and go over all the damages again. So, his 1 does 15 million damage with all crits. His 2 does, I'm pretty sure 6 to 8 million with all crits. No, around 6 to 10 million. His 3 does 9 million damage. And his 4 does somewhere around 15 to 30 million. It's hard to tell. I would say probably in the middle and maybe around 20 million. But yeah, let's go ahead and rank both these characters. So I'm going to go ahead and rank their moves. So Eisen's first ability does 3 million damage and doesn't give you a dash, but it has okay AoE. So I'm gonna say probably a B+. His second ability has pretty good AoE and does 7 million damage with all crits. His 3 actually gives you 8 million damage. It's close to Shadow Monarch's 3 and lets you use his 1 4 times. So I'm gonna say probably an A+ tier move, or actually an S tier move. And his 4, it has pretty good AoE and very long range. And the damage isn't too terrible. It does 17 million with all crits. I'm gonna give it A+. Not quite S tier because its AoE isn't that big. So it wouldn't be a very good assist. But it does pretty good damage. So my overall rating of Eisen is probably just a solid A. Now, according to the spreadsheet, he's number 18 for raids and number 8 for dimensions. And he has terrible damage with his assist. Well, DPS, because it has a 90-second cooldown, but it gives you 20 crit chance. And let's go over Shadow Monarch again. Shadow Monarch's 1 gives you 15 million damage. And his 2 is pretty confusing. It gives 6 to 10 million damage. So his 2 gives pretty decent damage too. His 3 gives you 9 million damage. But you get to use his 1 4 times, and his 1 is insane. But now we have his 4. Which is somewhere around 15 to 30 million. I'd say probably around 20 to 30 million. Because it hits so many different times with multiple damages, so I can't really calculate the damage that easily. And Shadow Monarch, according to the spreadsheet, is number 2 for raid. And number 1 for dimensions. But Shadow Monarch is an insanely terrible assist. For raids, I don't think he's the second best. I think he's the third best, but it kind of depends on your stats. If you know how to use Christmas Saber, then she's better. But if you don't know how, then she's a little bit worse. And you're also gonna have a Kurumi for her to be better. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for what characters you think should go up against each other, let me know in the comments. And I'm also probably going to be doing an Eisen giveaway soon, and I'm doing a Shadow Monarch giveaway at 5,000 subscribers. If there's a better character by then, I'll give that away instead. So, let's see. If you're wanting to buy Eisen, I would not recommend doing it. I would recommend buying Makima. She's barely worse at Dimensions, like barely at all, and she's way better for raid. So I would just recommend not getting him and getting Makima instead. But if you have the extra Robux and you want the stat points, you can get him if you want. And if you're wanting to get Shadow Monarch, he is kind of worth it, kind of not. Because he's, yeah, the best for Dimensions. But he's not the best for Raid. People that can beat him in Raid are Makima and Christmas Saber. And maybe Milim, it kind of depends. So I would just wait a little while to see if there's any better characters that come out, or any that get close to him like Ichigo did for Dimensions. Because I guarantee they're going to release another character really good soon. Within the next 1 to 2 months. That will be almost as good as Shadow Monarch. And probably half the price. So yeah. Don't get Eisen, and Shadow Monarch is kind of up to you. Because he's good for Dimensions, but with Makima you can do better in Raid. I'll see you guys in another really interesting video where I get trapped in Plants vs. Zombies and my brains get eaten. Goodbye.